Hey, Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review. I finally review the one Kurt Russell Disney comedy I've been wanting to review for a while. Now, when my dad was still alive, on one cable we had like this one. It was one channel and it had like a couple of different categories. It had Disney movies, FearNet, Fox, and Fox had crap on there except for one or two good ones. They had Joyride 2, which I didn't need to see, and then some other one that had like weird stuff on it. But I can't remember what the heck it was called though. And my dad was always getting pissed off. You always watching all the horror movies. I would watch some Disney stuff too. And it was cool seeing some of the Disney stuff. I mean, I'm a big Kurt Russell fan. I think the first Kurt Russell stuff I saw was Disney movies because I was born 68 in the old house. Because I split up the places I live at. You know, it's the old house. The house in the 70s and 80s, then my time in the Army, and now the trailer I'm here now from, And basically the old house, they had a bunch of great Kurt Russell comedies. And I reviewed almost all of them. I mean, Super Dad, I reviewed the Bob Crane Super Dad. I didn't know he was in that one. Reviewed that later on, but I remember before that, reviewed Barefoot Executive, and then the ones that he did when he was in that one college, the computer word tennis shoes, and now you see him, now you don't. And there was one called the strongest man in the world, but they didn't have that on there. And I was like bummed because I really wanted to see that one. Because I remember the scene when I was as a kid when he's trying to tie a shoe and his shoelaces split like that. And a bunch of other funny stuff in that one. And it's been a long time since I rock and rolled. And I know I started watching Disney Plus. And I forgot all about the movie. And then I was looking at nostalgia movie that says Strongest Man in the World. Oh, there you go. I got to watch it. The first movie, I've been watching Mandalorian. The first movie I saw was Red Tails. Not DuckTales. Red Tails. I just watched the DuckTales movie again, too. I saw it in the theater when it came out when I was at Fort Bragg. Red Tails, that was the movie that flopped that George Lucas did. I forgot the Tuskegee Airmen in World War II that he had to raise money for. It was like 51 million. I think only made 59. He raised his own money for that, but it didn't do very well. Well, anyways, the strongest man in the world I've been wanting to review for a while because that's the one I couldn't find. And I finally saw it. Like I said, I have big memories of the movie. It's great. I really enjoyed the movie. Basically, what it starts about was like, the dean and the guy who plays the dean is really funny, and he was like in like Barefoot Executive, and he was the dean in the other two movies like that, Computer Word Tennis Shoes, Nice, Now You Don't. I think that was supposed to appeal to the youth of the generation right now, And they didn't even mention that like there was a generation gap in the Super Dad too. Not Super Dad as well, not Superman. Super Dad 2. There was only one Super Dad because Super Dad didn't do very well at the box office. But the world's strongest man, I keep wanting to say the world's strongest kid, but world's strongest man. These kids, the dean was getting bothered by this guy saying, like, we're going to have to make cuts to the school budget or you're out of here. And they get rid of him. And he said, well, all the budgeting went to that guy that does the science department, So he went to the science department and they said, you're fired. Like that. He said, hey, we're doing this thing. They were going to feed a cow this vitamin stuff to help make more milk and stuff. And that was the thing. He said, you're fired. They had to rent the cow for $15 a day and the guy almost had a heart attack. So that's where all the money's going. That kind of sounds like it. But the dean's really funny. And they were grinding up vitamins to put in this feed for the cow. And they accidentally put in the cereal, and some spilled, and some weird formula spilled in the cereal, and the cereal started to smoke and crackle and pop and stuff like that. And then someone ate some, and then they became super strong. And then, the cow ate some, and he gave over 100 gallons of milk. And they had all these people doing like a chain, like taking the milk and stuff like, hey, what'd you do to that cow? Then Kurt Russell ate some of the cereal. The cereal was making a crackling sound. And he put the milk in it and started popping like this, like volcanic. type stuff. He ate some, and it's like, and then he went, and it's like smoke came out of his nose and stuff like that. And then he became really strong, and he was doing stuff, and like he said, tried to tie his shoes and broke the shoe. That's what I really remember from the movie. And then like he tried to shut the door and he ripped the doorknob out, and he said, "We got something here." And then he went to perform for the dean, and the dean was going to perform for. He went to perform this Fits of Strength, and then he went to this lady who owns the cereal company about that. And he said, "I know a way to sell your cereal and stuff." And he had that cereal, and she's like, "Okay." And then I mean, it was really weird. And then he got really strong inside. And then he said they were going to do a deal. And this was to help make, well, they did, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Kurt Russell did a demonstration in front of the one guy that said, like, the funding is leading nowhere and stuff. And then he was really impressed. And that one guy decided to do a thing for the cereal company, right? And they wanted to do a thing where they had like a weightlifting weightlifting championship between him and a competing cereal company led by Phil Silvers. And they had bad guy Cesar Romero, who is the best Joker. I know Heath Ledger, and I know Joaquin Phoenix too, but I think Cesar Romero did an awesome job as a Joker too. He really, Peter, you should never forget Cesar Romero, because he was the first one to really do the Joker. Joaquin Phoenix. Oh man, but that was a different mindset. That was the Martin Scorsese Taxi Driver Joker. He was fantastic. Heath Ledger was fantastic too, but people forget about Cesar Romero. But he played a good bad guy in this one. They're trying to get the formula, and before. And the thing with Phil Silvers is, he had a competing cereal company. He said, which cereal company is the best? And they're going to have like a weightlifting competition. Everyone's going to eat the cereal and see. But he had professional weightlifters in there. The other guys are just regular guys, like Kurt Russell character. Maggie? Well, Maggie, you're all over the place anymore, Maggie. Come on. But she wants attention. But I give Maggie attention. I love Maggie. I come home, I always, it's, wow. Maybe she's just getting older. She was always a little bit different, but I love her, Well, anyways, it's a wonderful movie. I don't want to give anything. It's wonderful. It's silly. The effects are great. Somebody said the effects were cheap. I thought the effects were fantastic. I love the movie. Because sometimes you say, like, they spent a lot of money on this. I still think the effects were good. When I first saw King Kong Escapes in second grade, and when I was little, I thought the effects were fantastic. I watched it again, and the effects weren't that great. Or I watched Kiss Meets Fan of the Park when I was in fourth grade. Boy, the effects, they must have spent $1 billion. The effects in that movie were awful. No, but the effects in this were still really good and a lot of fun. I liked it. I love the movie. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's on Disney Plus through the nostalgic movies. I got to check see what else they have there, because there's some I have not seen. I love those old 70s. 60s and 70s Disney films. I didn't like Snowball Express. I thought I was going to be good, because when I was in the Army, I tried to rent a whole bunch of them I had not seen before. And I love The Cat from Outer Space. One of my favorites too. Trying to think, there might be some other ones I have not seen. But I want to make sure I reviewed all the Kurt Russell movies. And then I remember on Encore they had some the Dick Van Dyke did one about Robinson Crusoe. They had the one with Jan Michael Vincent. He was a jungle kid. And they had North Avenue Irregulars. I remember that one. I watched Devil and Max Devlin again. I saw that on TV with Bill Cosby playing the devil and Elliot Gould. That was a good movie. And that's back when they were trying to get a little more. After the Black Hole, they were trying to be. They were always G-rated before that. And then the Black Hole came out. And the Black Hole was the first PG-rated movie in 1978. And then they for the first PG-rated animated film, Black Cauldron, in '84 or something like that. But I remember when I saw The World's Strongest Man growing up as a kid, this was back on The Wonderful World of Disney, the real Wonderful World of Disney. It used to be on NBC's at 7 o'clock on Sunday. The real one, not that, the somewhat bogus one in the 80s that Michael Eisner tried to bring back. That wasn't that good. Okay, that wasn't that good. Oh, shit, I don't want to shut that off. I mean, that one wasn't that good. But I mean, I remember as a kid, on Sundays, it used to be Mutual Overhauls, Wild Kingdom, and The Wonderful World of Disney. And then sometimes they have $6 Million Man on ABC. I loved it whenever he fought, when a millionaire fought Sasquatch, played by Andre the Giant, or that Flip Wilson one. Man, the Devil Man do it when he ate his shoe and stuff. Now, Andre the Giant was the very first wrestler I ever knew about from Sasquatch before I started watching wrestling in like second grade. No, but it was really cool when he was playing Sasquatch too. I love that show. But I love that. I mean, that's from the old school Wonderful World. They used to have all the time, and all of a sudden they just stopped showing it. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. But I love those old-fashioned ones. I love the Boatniks. Boatniks is good. And like I said, the Encore used to play a whole bunch of them, and then it played. It played. It played one I was looking all over before. I never for No Deposit, No Return. No one remembers, and it was okay. David Niven was in that one. It was only okay. But I mean, the Strongest Man in the World is awesome. I keep wanting to call it The Strongest Kid, but The Strongest Man in the World was awesome. I give it 4 out of 10 out of 10. It's a fun movie. And then the weird thing about it is, like, you know, he's trying to save his job. The dean is, right? So he's trying to get a big thing. Whenever they see the guy get real strong for that strength formula, he performs for that guy. And all of a sudden, Kurt Russell's gone from the movie for like a half hour. So it's like, what happened to Kurt Russell? And then he comes back about, a half hour, 40 minutes later. And then he's only in the movie. He's out of the movie like 40 minutes after that. It's like, what happened to Kurt Russell? You know, because he was the main guy. I love the movie. It's The Strongest Man in the World. It's kind of weird because I reviewed those other ones. I reviewed Superdad by itself because I didn't know Kurt Russell did that one. But I did a video, Barefoot Executive. Nice, even though you don't. And also the computer wear tennis shoes. That was only like 6.5 minutes. Now this one, reviewing one movie, is like almost 12.5 minutes. So I mean, you know, it tells them we have a lot to talk about. But it's on Disney Plus. I loved it. Yeah, I wanted to see. I was really bummed when it wasn't on there because I wanted to watch that one too. But oh well, I'm glad I got to see it now. So hope you like this review, everybody. Till next time, please take care of my Legion. And like I said, Kurt Russell I love Kurt Russell. I think he's a wonderful actor. And probably one of the silliest things I've ever heard. I've said it a few times. That movie Dark Blue came out, which was critically acclaimed. And Kurt Russell's in there. And then Joyce Haywood was on there. And I like Joyce. I think she's pretty, too. I like Joyce. I don't have anything. But she said, yeah, I keep forgetting what a good actor Kurt Russell is. Well, how can you forget what a great actor Kurt Russell is? He's awesome. Oh, crap. The Congress is on. So I hope you like this video. Bye. Till next time, please take care of my Legion.